Sorry about that. All right. All right, we are going to start now. We have how many of the candidates here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have one who isn't on the ballot. I did not put totalitarian on the ballot. Are you interested in debating tonight? By the way, totalitarian. That word always chokes me up. It's going to be a very interesting debate. I believe now we've seen a little bit more division and radicality between the candidates. So, if you want, I'm gonna invite you all to the stage now. All the candidates to the stage. Please mute your mic when you get up here. You don't have to speak. I'm just inviting you up to the stage so the people can see who is on the ballot. All right. We currently have all the candidates who are joining voice chat. As if Chris joins, I'll invite him to the stage. But currently, everybody who is on the ballot who wants to participate in the debate is here. So, all right, Seba's here too. Oh, all right. And then we have the totalitarian who wants to come to the debate. All right. So, here's everybody. So, let's see. How do you want to do this? How do you want to do this as the candidates? I'm going to ask you that. How do you all want to do this? Do you want to go like as like an order? Or what?
War crimes.
Random order. All right, we're gonna we'll do war. We'll do. Yes, he just said war crimes. Yeah. All right. So, first question. How are you going to utilize the military, which is one of the things Ruler J101 is working on as president currently? If you were to be in office, how are you going to utilize the military? Are you going to spend a lot on the military, or are you going to kind of lay off and focus on other things, like focusing on making laws and such? Yeah. I'm gonna call on a random candidate. Howdy, let's hear from you. We have not heard from you as a candidate before. So how are you gonna go about military spending? I believe Howdy is messaging me their response. Honestly, if you really want to, you can answer the question randomly. As long as you all aren't walking over each other, obviously, it works. So I'm also being messaged another response. So just message me your response or talk out your response. If you can't talk, that's all good. Just type out your response and I can read it out. All right, we got a response. Shade Soul, or Mr. Botanical, responded, I will not use the military for personal goals, and funds shall be for soldiers' health, not equipment. Most funds won't be for the military. So it seems like Shade Soul is not focusing on military spending. All right. We're going to go and head to Ruler. Do you want to answer on what you're going to do with the military in your second term if you were?
Yeah, sorry. I was having trouble unmuting.
All right. That's okay. Howdy, if you want to answer now, you can. Ruler can. You can wait.
Yeah, so I think that we. Oh, sorry, I have an echo on you. I'm just gonna deafen you. Or no. Can you mute yourself, Kowalski? Okay, thank you. I think I'm gonna say that like I'm gonna have them patrolling the environments with local scientists, so we can protect the environments because I know that's a pretty important issue to be a. Uh, it might be me. Let me see. Yeah, it was me. It was me. Yeah, so we're going to use those to patrol the environment with local scientists, and we're going to be putting a bunch of money towards that so that we can protect our local ecosystems.
Solid answer. All right, Ruler, you can go now if you please. For what you're going to do and how you're going to utilize the military in your second term. It's not letting you. How many of y'all are having issues unmuting yourselves? Oh, Ruler, I do. Rejoin. All right, can you unmute now? Or is it still having issues? Huh.
You
Is it
can
like
just DM them your answers, or
Yeah,
put them
just
in
DM
chat.
me the answers if you want. If you're having issues unmuting yourself, you can try that right now. If you're having an issue unmuting yourself, just go ahead and DM me the answer. I'm sorry that you're having issues, obviously, but we're just gonna try and roll over them as we do want this to go smoothly still. Or you could just message it in general and then ping me next to it, and I can read it out. Oh, his mic's unplugged. All right. No quarter given. How are you going to go about military spending if you were to win if you were going to win the presidency next with this next election coming up here? How are you going to go about military spending? All right. No quarter given's response was very long, so please stick with me. He said, "The military will be used for maintaining the peace in large-scale hostile environments. It will have substantial funding, but deployment in our own nation will be limited as it can create further violence and radicalism. The military will also be used for peacekeeping deployments overseas to improve our relationship with other nations. In regards to the church environmental protection, the church will have access to 5% of the military for environmental peacekeeping and environmental protection. The government will deploy military and environmental patrols and training operations to maintain maximum readiness and skill." All right, that's a very solid solid answer, but I do have a quick question. Why are you granting the church use of the military? It just seems
I'm going to
like
put it out flat. I think it's because we're all trying to get the power of the church. They're very powerful.
yeah, I mean that is one reason, but it sounds like you all are very. It sounds
Ultimately,
like
who the church picks is going to be who the church picks.
you all are very appealing to the church. It seems this is going to be the election of the monkey church.
Whoever wins, we're going to have a great environment. I know that.
Well, hopefully, yes. Determines on how they're gonna go about no quarter given. Response to the church question was, the church will be heavily overviewed and managed to ensure nothing goes unplanned. The church will have close cooperation with the government, and all actions using the military must be passed by parliament. Problem is with that, there is no currently a parliament. There's no current parliament. Now, as president, I must remind you, you can create a parliament, obviously. You're going to make one. All right. No quarter given said he's going to make a parliament, which is a very big move. That is like big. That's going to go on the things you've done. I already have one out for ruler for things ruler's already done. So yeah, you're going to go ahead and make a parliament. Plus, you're going to give power to the church somewhat. All right. Who's next? Totalitarian, do you want to answer this question about spending on the military?
Yes, I
All right,
do.
go ahead.
All right. Ow. Hold on. Ooh, damn. Ooh. I'll use all tax dollars on the military. I will not use it on infrastructure or well, not economics, but let me phrase that. All spending will go to the military, not the schools, not the hospitals, all military equipment, medical supplies, food, all for military, not for the people.
Oh,
I'm no man for the people. I serve myself.
Hold on, give me a. Oh, all right. That was a very confident answer, I guess I could say.
Yes.
It seems like you are very passionate about use of the military.
I have one more thing to say.
Yes.
If we have to invade a country, we'll do it. If we have to burn a country, we'll do it. If we have to massacre a country, so be it.
So you are completely avoiding the Geneva Convention of war crimes and such.
that's
Yes.
ballsy. He's returning to 1942 Germany. Yes.
So you were calling him a Nazi. Howdy, you are calling the totalitarian a Nazi.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he is being real ballsy with the Geneva Convention right there. Yes.
All right.
He's pulling by
That's
the
a bold
Geneva.
claim.
I'm just saying. Think about how much that will destroy everyone in our communities, in our countries, in our states. Hey, man.
All right, so that was a
States. We
strike.
have no states. We only have one country. Unless we conquer more land, we will not have states. And
You
if
would
want
think
states,
that.
what states do we have? We are one country. No states, only cities.
Well, I'll go now.
All right, Willie, you can go ahead. I
You can
gotta do mine.
answer.
Okay, I will have the military be a reasonable budget. So maybe about, but pretty much just however much it needs to do its functions. And its functions will be suppressing illegal rebellions, which is obvious. Basically, the military functions. It will also do peacekeeping and assist the church in keeping the environment. It will assist it won't be not part of it will be controlled by the church. It will assist the church in cooperation.
May I say something about the church?
Yes, you may. The floor
The
is yours.
church, if the church influences politics too much, I'll remove it entirely. The church shall not influence our politics.
That I'm gonna. That seems very destructive.
I'm a destructive man. For the sake
That's
of
a little
my country and my country only, I'll destroy anything. And I'm doing this for the state,
Okay.
not the people.
A state
Tyranny.
is its people. A state is its people.
Not to me.
All right, this has been a very exciting so far debate. It seems you all do disagree with one specific person, but I guess that's how it goes. So, now Howdy did bring up a good point in general, which I'm actually going to turn into a question for all of you. How it seems that you all are focusing on either the church or the government in general. It doesn't seem you're focusing on what you're going to do for the people themselves.
I already
Taxes,
told you what
for
I think
example.
about the people. I already told you.
Can I answer first?
Yeah, you can answer.
So, I do have plans to help the people. It's just there have been no questions about helping the people yet. Because the military more protects the people than has direct help.
Well,
it's more
can I add
protection.
something to that?
Yeah?
Well, just because you haven't been asked directly about the people, does that mean that you shouldn't have already done something? I'm just playing. Oh, this hurts to say, but I'm playing the devil's advocate. when I say, yeah, that makes me sick to say. But shouldn't you've already done something already if you were planning on doing something. And if
thing
you
is,
even
it would make
now,
sense for our plan for when we would talk about what we would do for the people is when the question about the people comes up. Like when those questions start coming up.
all right. So it seems like you are willing to do for the people.
Yeah, I want to do stuff for the people.
Oh, that's a good response. Who's next? Who wants to go next?
I can go next. I think that for the people, I think I'm going to start to establish, possibly my first term, but not my second, or I'll continue in my second, I'll say, is that with all the funds that I've saved from the military, from using data technology, because we won't really need as many weapons, all of that tax money will go directly into our shiny little healthcare system. Yeah. And, good healthcare for the people is healthy people.
All right, that is that's a reasonable
I have
response.
something to say.
All right, totalitarian, you can answer.
If the people are not willing to submit themselves to me and have complete and utter obedience, I will do nothing for them.
I
I'm
have a question
scared.
for Drago. I have a question for Drago.
You could ask that question, and then we need to move on.
So what if the military doesn't even support you, Drago?
If that's the case, then I'll do what any politician in my situation would. Drink a cyanide capsule.
Okay.
That's all of our eventual destiny. So yeah.
All right. We need to move on to asking the other candidates this question. So far, decent answers, and we have an answer from Shade Soul. The answer that Shade Soul has provided is most funds originally that would have been gone to the military will now be split between healthcare, environmentalism, and our space program. All right, so I believe by space program you feed into the idea of an entertainment, or maybe even a propaganda idea. Like, yeah, that's a decent answer. Seems like you do have ideas, and I like that. That is, yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to no quarter given. What is your answer to helping the community directly? Like, what are you gonna do for direct citizens? What are you gonna do for people directly, instead of appealing to the government as a whole, as laws and acts? All right, you can type up that for a minute. And while you're typing that up, I'm going to say real quick, so far, it's been a much more radical debate than I will be right back.
This debate is a lot more intense than the last one. Also,
Yeah, I wasn't there for the last one.
It was basically just me and Mucho agreeing with each other.
Damn, sick. Nice. Yeah, it is because totalitarian is here. And then Stinky in the chat's flipping out.
Yeah.
Totalitarian. What do you think about the threat of the church ripping your ass off? Are you into it? Is it terrifying? Just give me the lowdown.
Alright,
Do you
returned.
want it to happen?
Oh, sorry. We're asking totalitarian about what he thinks about the monkeys ripping its ass off.
You do have the floor for this. Go ahead, because no quarter given is still typing his response.
Yeah. This is critical.
Totalitarian, what is your response?
The church is nothing to me. It is nothing but something that should not exist, and I'll put an end to it.
Very confident.
What do you think of? What would you say to that?
Totalitarian. I will give the totalitarian. He is very confident in his answers today. Now is that going to get him elected? His morals. I don't know who the people.
I'll change my morals when the time comes. but for now, I'm sticking with my current one.
What would you do with the people who follow the religion? Who do not want to
All right.
go
Well,
under you?
real
I
quick,
think you know
we're
the
gonna
answer to that.
we are
Ask me
going
one
to
thing.
continue the we're gonna continue the question here. This no quarter given answered the question about how he's going to help the community, and it's quite an extensive answer. Once more, the answer is the healthcare system will be similar to the United Kingdom's. Our taxes are considered low because that is bare minimum our country requires to function. Our healthcare is free for people. The government, will have set up food shelters that will be funded by 3.6 of our GDP. We will host a series of free shelters with the use of our military. With the use of our military barracks. Since our budget for the military will also include the construction of usable housing, they will be used. Okay. We will also offer the people that are in cases of poverty a chance to work for the government. So opening up new jobs, free healthcare, food shelters and regular shelters, basing it off of the United Kingdom. That is a bold step. Now I don't necessarily know the support for that idea. It really determines on what your opinion on the United Kingdom's system is. But yeah, that's a very nice answer. Good job, no quarter given. And then Shade Soul responded with, I agree, and free healthcare and all the help of my fellow candidate is offered, as well as to support ex-inmates and rehabilitation for all who need it. So Shade Soul is also feeding to the idea for support from the government to the citizens when in need, and ex-inmates who may have issues finding jobs after being under the grips of the law. And then no quarter given also said, the NHS has continued to function very well through the COVID-19, so it clearly works. All right, that is a bold statement.
We're on the topic of free healthcare. I have something to say.
Yes, you can comment on that, and then we have to, if anybody has any comment.
Free healthcare is nothing in this world. I'm going to make everybody pay for healthcare just to fuel any war effort there is to boost my economy.
The thing that you guys have to realize, though, is that totalitarian, that even if he does start cutting off the people, thing is that the church is so rich at this point in time from the thousands of dollars donated that it could probably just feed the entire population for a few years.
I'll find a way to defund the church.
Oh, God.
I'll do everything in my power to make sure that my term is long and I cannot be taken out of office. I'll ensure that nothing is going to stop me.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut you short there, totalitarian. This has been so far a very nice debate. We still have a few questions. This next question concerns the server's economy. Now, as you can see, people are already grinding money, and well, the server itself is hemorrhaging money, handing it out to people. In fact, we have a bunch of people going to get money right now as I speak. I think I just reminded them, but everybody's getting money. But currently,
Apologize for my rudeness, but if we're on the topic of economics, then I can sure as hell answer this one.
Can you wait for me to finish, please? Respectfully.
Yes.
Thank you. Now, what I was saying is, how are you going to go back to the fact of inflation? As so far, Stinky Man, who is currently head of the Monkey Church, has $10,065, which is, as of now, quite a bit of money. Number one on the leaderboard, second place being Fatty Fatty Bomb Bomb, who has $8,577. But we just opened this today, and so far, candidates or citizens have quite a bit of money. How are you going to go about making sure that just one person has all the money and can just do anything in the world. So are you going to be able to tax people efficiently that way, or are you not going to tax them at all? It really determines on what you focus on economically. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that up to the question. What are you going to do about inflation? I have people answering the question right now, but I'm going to let Totalitarian go first as he has his mic on and it's faster.
Seeing as how inflation is basically inevitable and the dollar is becoming worthless, the best way to handle this is maybe tax reforms or changing the currency entirely, which may not work, but it could. I'm just putting that out there. But even so, that may not help and cause even more economic downturn, as we are already on the verge of economic downturn, and we're on the road to Great Depression. I am still trying to figure out a way how to solve this, but those two ideas I just said, those are my only ones as of now.
Want to take a one?
Real quick, let me put a comment and then you can go. That's probably the most down to earth thing I've heard Totalitarian say all night. Good response. How do you can go next? And then I'm going to read the responses from Shade Soul and No Quarter Given, and then Ruler can go, and then we'll move on.
So I'm thinking that for our economy, we start putting some we start taking some loans from outer countries. You might think this is weird. Okay? We start taking out the loans from the outside countries. We don't pay them back. We have a lot of debt, and then they have to come into our country. We can declare war. Easy.
So you're suggesting adding to something which is already inevitably going to be insanely high.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I have a comment.
Yes, what is your comment?
I don't see how making us go into debt and starting a war that we cannot fund is a way to fix the economy. If anything, you'll basically make our dollar completely worthless, and maybe, well, actually, you most likely put us in the Great Depression for decades. You will cause nothing but chaos.
Okay, guys. Well, that wasn't a very thought-through answer from me. In fairness, I am not the most economical person. That's why I'm going to appoint many economic advisors who are very well taught. Anyone who can put in a point for that to be one. But I'm not. I will admit that I am not the best with money. I've gone bankrupt 16 times. It's okay. I've recovered.
In real life?
For not to answer.
I know. I was joking. I know.
But yeah, I will have many economic advisors from outside the country, inside the country, in space. We're gonna have them everywhere. Everywhere we're gonna have advisors.
All right.
Yep.
Good response. So you're gonna request the help of outsiders to work on our economic issues. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read the answers from Shade Soul, as No Quarter Given hasn't finished his response yet, and I believe it's gonna be another well put long one again. So we're gonna read Shade Soul's. Yes, an essay. We're gonna go ahead and read Shade Soul's right now. Most funds originally. Oh wait, no, that's okay. It just merged them together because it was the last one. All right. Shade Soul said, "I'll be honest. I have no big plans to combat inflation, but I will help the economy through crashes and increase taxation on the rich and weaken it on the poor." All right, that's an answer. Nice put answer. At least you're being honest with the people. All right. No Quarter Given's response is, "I believe the current president has hopefully set a circulation amount for the currency. If not, he has screwed it for us. My plan would be a total reform of our currency and making it all old notes obsolete. A market cap is essential for an economy to prosper. Similar to the UK, as they made their old coins obsolete and has worked wonderfully. The richest 1% will be taxed obviously more. An economic downturn is not preventable. It has happened to every large nation in history. For example, the Roman Empire. Its economy arguably caused the fall. Another example is the German Empire, where they had so much money they started using it as wallpaper because it was so overproduced. Our government needs to prepare us for a Great Depression. Wars are bad for the economy, and the government will try to support the economy during wars, but will not refuse to learn from the mistakes of others. Our good relations with other countries are essential to help the country prosper. That was a good answer. That was a decent answer. You're still in the stage, totalitarian. That was a good answer by no quarter given. Ruler, how are you going to go about
Okay, so for the bot, you can adjust how much money someone gets from the work and the other command. So my plan is take advantage of that. Use it to adjust the inflation. Look at how many people are doing the work and other commands, and adjust how much money work gives to control the inflation and encourage people to open businesses rather than just do work over and over again. Because an economy without businesses is not an economy. So right now work is really powerful, but later on that'll go down. The reason work is powerful right now is to kind of just put in an initial amount of money in the economy. And then later it'll become less powerful, and it will be better to get your money by businesses like selling services and goods.
all right. So this was a question that all of you came into very big thought for this. As this is a big deal, obviously. As this can make or break this the server. And I liked all of your answers. All of you had your own ideas. But my opinion doesn't matter, as I most likely will not be voting in this election like last time. I'm probably not going to vote at all, just if you're curious. For most of these, I might one time. I don't know. It really doesn't really matter. But it really matters is that you focus on the people, because that's who's voting for you. And this one is being recorded, by the way, so this will be able to be watched later on by people. So Shade Soul has said also. You could say something in a second, Hadi. Shade Soul said, like I said on my earlier part on support, I will start a fund to help people get jobs via education, clothing, and whatever the people need for help. All right, so just mainly focusing on helping people with occupations to start a stable income. That's a decent response. Howdy, did you want to make a comment?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask where it was gonna be posted.
Where it was going to be posted?
Yeah.
I might cut it up into like a highlight reel and post it on the TikTok account of the most like big parts of the debate.
Oh wait, you know what you should do?
What was that?
This would be dope if you just like did like an edit and like you like talked about each of the parties. That'd be sick.
I could do that. Yeah, I
Like a
might do
voiceover.
that too. I have quite a few things of content set up to be posted to the TikTok account, and maybe even a YouTube channel later. Obviously, we do not have enough people here to do a YouTube channel quite yet, but I will be creating content out of this debate and content out of the server in general. So I have basically now, just because there's new people here, I'm going to ask this question in this debate as well, just to see, kind of like set a baseline, as everybody has an opinion on this. What are your thoughts on a electoral college in this server? Totalitarian can go first because he unmuted first. And then I'm going to let everybody else type up their response in DMs like Shade Soul, No Quarter Given, and we'll go through. Totalitarian?
I like the idea of an electoral college, but I want there to be some limits to it, to a specific group of government officials and that would most likely be people who are part of the Senate or Parliament, or maybe even Congress, if either of those get created. I would not allow people to be on the Electoral College just because they would simply be a threat to power and basically would not know what they're doing.
All right. Howdy, do you want to go second because the other people haven't finished typing yet?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I just think that's gonna be a little weird. I mean, like, how you're gonna actually set it up so that you can actually have an election. I think that we should just go off of popular vote, but until we do actually get more server, I say we do that.
Now,
Also,
do you want me to explain to you real quick how that would work?
yeah, I just how would you determine what they vote?
All right. Now it would be we'd use this website known as Yapums, which is a interactive map, and you can edit the delegates per state. So I was thinking maybe we could just use a random map and then edit the delegates, and each citizens would be split into their own states, and whoever wins the popular vote in each state, that state goes to them. Those votes go to them. So and then we can also do the delegates ID, and they can split up their votes to decide who they're voting for. And then, so if you have any comments right now, because I got to read no quarter given after this. You understand?
Yeah, it just feels like we would need a lot of people to do that.
Yeah. I just wanted to set it as a baseline. I do realize that it may not be the time immediately as of now to do that, but I was just seeing for as it would be fun to like have a news station and then streaming the electoral map. Now, no quarter Given's response to the electoral college question was, I like the idea of the electoral college, but it tends to be very biased to one side. And to be honest, I'm not into American politics, so I'm not too sure about what it is, but I have a rough idea. It is a good idea and a bad idea. The founding basis of democracy with the people voting, not a final decision by people hired by a biased government. Wrong response from no quarter given there. While we are waiting for Shade Soul to respond, Ruler, do you want to go?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I realized you already answered this question yesterday, and if you were here yesterday to hear that, then
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago now, but yeah.
Basically, to summarize what I said last time, if we want it to be dynamic and fun, yes, an electoral college is a good idea, but if we want it to be democratic, then it's not a good idea. So it really depends which way people want it.
All right, so basically summarizing what you said last time, yeah. I do agree that it would be more fun from my personal idea, but it's up to the citizens, obviously, as that's the point. Now, Shade Soul said, I don't feel like states should be fully divided, but the formation of such should be supported despite the fact that I don't like the area division. All right. That's a good opinion on it. Now I'm going to request questions from the citizens. Do you have a question for your candidates who are currently on stage? Or would you like to come to stage and ask them yourself through voice chat? Seba seems to be quite passionate about asking his question here. So do you want to type that out for me, Seba, and I will put it up on stage. And Ting, yes, you can ask a question too. Seba, just because you were a failed one doesn't mean you can learn about it more. Now, I'm sorry, that was mean. That was really mean. Oh my god. All right, I'm sorry, Seba. All right, I'm sorry, but no. On a serious note, no, abortion is not a thing. I don't really know how you do that. You'd go about abortion in a. What did you just say? Give me a second. I need to recover after. Hmm. All right. Ooh, okay. That was very okay. Ting, what is your question for the candidates for the presidency?
You guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah, sure. What's a joke?
I'm black and I'm a totalitarian. How does that sound? Pretty funny, right?
Well, what a joke, I guess I could say. Fatty Fatty Bomb Bomb, you're on the stage. Taking its sweet time. No, it doesn't want you on stage. Oh, did it work? Yeah, sorry, it worked. All right, what is your question?
We're doing his math homework, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Usually, Ting's question goes by how smart you are. So, yeah, I was president for more than one term.
4. Oh, wait, I said 4. X is
2.
equal to 4.
2. X equals 2. X equals
What
2.
grade? What grade is this?
X equals
It's
2.
like 4th grade, bro.
X equals
What?
2.
X equals 4.
Damn, I did this months ago and I can barely remember it.
When they started introducing letters into math, I stopped paying attention.
Algebra is like the fucking best, though.
Mm.
It literally is. No, it's not. Oh, I thought you said 12. No, wait, you changed it to 12. Oh, well then X equals 2. Yeah, there we go.
All
We
right.
changed that.
Well, thank you, Ting. Thank you for the math question. And Seba, you can ask that question. And then I have a question coming from the leader of the church, which appeals to quite a few of the candidates here. Only 2 candidates I'm not sure if it appeals to actually as ruler and totalitarian.
You
But-
already know that I despise the church. Why are you even saying that?
Okay, I would like to make my position on the church clear. While I am not a member, I do support its goal of environmental protection.
Okay, that's so environmentalism is one of the things you do like a lot, the church. And the question coming from the leader of the church was, what will the candidates do for the local primates of the environment?
Can I start?
Yes, if real quick, if you do need the definition of primates, which I hope you don't, it means of monkey descent.
Monkey. Yeah. So I would like to say, sorry. I would like to say that with my protocol of having the military in partnership with scientists, local ones, going around our monkey areas, or more generally our environmentally, what's the term? Vulnerable areas. It will very well protect the monkeys, but we've already gotten into development with this at my labs, that they have been making not anti-monkey, but monkey-safe bullets. This is crazy. This is high tech. Monkey-safe bullets. You cannot. If the monkeys are shot, nothing. No, it will do nothing to the monkeys. It's perfectly safe for the monkeys. It's
Now-
high tech.
What if a monkey is committing a crime, which God forbid? But what if a monkey is
We don't want
committing
to
a
see that.
crime? What are you gonna do? Because if you're gonna load all of your units with monkey safe bullets, how are you gonna go about?
Well, the thing with that
apprehending?
is that you guys don't realize the fact that they have a distinct vulnerability to bananas. So, you pull out a banana, toss it into the police car, easy. You got the monkey in custody. And then you bring it to your safe monkey jail. And then that's double, you know. Those are great facilities. They learn how to rehabilitate themselves, learn how to be parents. It's great. It's a great place for them.
All right, so confident response there from Howdy. We're gonna go ahead and read out No Quarter Given's response. No Quarter Given said, refer back to my military response. In regards with the church and environmental protection, the church will have access to 5% of the military for environmental peacekeeping and environmental protection. The government will deploy the military for environmental protection patrols and training operations to maintain maximum readiness and skill. Monkeys are included in environment. If monkey commits crime, he goes to monkey prison. That is going to go down in history like how Bush said, read my lips, no new taxes in the debate of 1992. That's going to go down. If monkey commits crime, monkey goes to monkey prison. Remember that, folks. That is a very...
Same as I'm not a crook. Monkey crime, monkey prison.
That is one historical words by No Quarter Given there about monkeys. And Shade Soul, unfortunately, has to leave this debate early, even though we were about to end. You can go ahead on down, Shade Soul. We loved having you in here. I believe we all respected your responses. Thank you for showing up. We'll see you later now. All right. Shade Soul has left the debate, and we are about to be finished as I want it to be substantially at about an hour exactly. We've been in here
I
for
have
now.
something to say about the church, nerd.
Okay, Drago, you can say that now.
Alright. I hate the church, but I will like it if they start supporting industrial ideas and want to farm lands for oil and start burning down forests and taking all the lumber and using whatever is left for certain purposes and then leaving some other land that isn't scorched and using that for agriculture, basically putting industrialism and agriculturalism together and then using the rest of the scorched land for military camps and re-education facilities. That is all.
Oh my god. All right.
You disgust me.
Seems like not many people like that answer, Drago. Now, Fetty Fetty Bomb Bomb's question was, well, we have a couple of seconds actually, but I'm gonna let it go over by a little bit. Fetty Fetty Bomb Bomb's question was, okay, my question is, will you continue using ranked voting? Now, personally, I do not appreciate ranked voting, as I do like the fact that spoiling does exist in elections. I believe that makes it fun. Spoiling an election, if you're losing and you have no chance of winning, but you have a chance, if you get more votes, to take another person out of the election, I believe that should be a valid answer. But I'm not a presidential candidate, so I'm going to let the candidates answer that. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's ass. I'm with Kowalski on this one.
It's
All right.
more democratic.
My ass is more democratic. It's dumb.
I'll only let first-class citizens vote.
Swear to God, I cannot take this dude seriously.
This is gonna get really racist really quick, I think.
I'll
Oh,
make all
alright.
the blacks first-class citizens.
Oh my God. Okay. No Quarter Given's response was, "I am against ranked voting. It removes the fun and suspense in voting and betrays the core principles of democracy. You vote for the person you like, not everyone."
We got a question from the chat.
Do you know how ranked voting works?
Is that directed toward No Quarter Given? Alright, No Quarter Given. How do you respond to rule for that? He's going to message me their response. So I'm just waiting. And then we have a question from chat, which I'm not comfortable saying about people's race. As I know it's going to cause a I'm not even gonna comment on it anymore.
Now here's something directed to all candidates.
Don't say it. Don't you dare.
It's not going to be an insult. It's a
Okay, well, No
simple
Quarter Given
question.
responded. No Quarter Given responded. He
Goddamn.
said ranked voting is voting system where the people can vote for multiple candidates, allowing them to select more than one candidate. So yes, he
That's
does.
not. Nope. You rank the candidates, as in the name. You don't vote for them particularly. You rank them, and pretty much the
Sounds
higher rank.
Shut up, liberal. You're nothing but a liberal.
Hey,
Go back to your pathetic party.
dang.
Don't know.
I can't even tell if he was focusing that towards the actual Liberal Party.
As the moderate
I
Liberal
am.
Party, that hurts.
Voting works where if
I hope
your
it hurts
top
more.
choice doesn't if they don't win, not if they don't win. It basically for the first set, basically everyone votes. They rank their candidates, and your vote is basically who you put first.
And now, No Quarter
Now
Given
it's-
says, and it doesn't work. He says ranked voting has been proven to be less effective and harder to use than plurality voting.
I swear to God, if this man doesn't
Be a
stop
source
talking
saying
about
that.
Gordon, God damn it, Gordon Ramsay looking ass.
Be a source saying.
I endorse that message from Totalitarian. He does look like Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my
Right, I have something to say about the liberals. I hate them. I dislike your party. I dislike your chairman.
And Ruler,
And I
he asked
dislike your
if you would like sources.
I would like
sources. Okay, hand them over. Let me see the sources.
Are we citing our work now? I'm gonna go ahead and allow this to refer into general chat, outside of the voice chat. Oh, well, he sent three links of sources. I will let this go out of the debate as it's now 8:04. Tonight's debate was very good. A lot
And
of radicalism
controversial.
and controversial, but we don't comment on that.
What do you mean you don't comment on it? I am the man that caused this.
The very radical ideals of totalitarian caused the debate to be completely flipped on its head. We had a very big turnout of candidates in this election. Sadly, though, we had two candidates who could not show up for this debate. Lucky Lucy and once more Chris. I'm pretty sure Chris showed up the day before last. Lucky Lucy, the first ever independent candidate on the ballot. I don't exactly know their chances of winning, but it might help them with that name independent. As you know how some people don't like voting partisanship. So,
I'm going to be the first controversial candidate.
You already have done that.
No.
Who's up for an armed revolution against totalitarian?
You can't.
I'm fine with
have
that.
a rebellion against me when I'm not even in office.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for showing up to tonight's debate. It was a very nice debate. And I hope you all, even if you do not turn out to win this election, you show up for the night after next debate on Thursday night, as Thursday night is another debate for the third presidential election. If you do not win tomorrow, do not be discouraged. You have the next 2 days to work that out. Don't worry. As there's still plenty you can do. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. We're gonna go ahead and end now. You can.
When is it? Wait. When is the vote gonna be?
Voting is released at 1:00 tomorrow.
Okay.
I released it late, yesterday, but I'll make sure to get it exactly 12:00 or 1:00 tomorrow. 1:00 EST PM. Okay. All right. See you, everybody.
Oh.